know, the thing is, English folk music has recently had a big revival, but the English have got a habit of mocking their tradition and not really valuing their tradition. And kind of a theory put forward for that really is that actually, you know, you only really value your tradition and where you've come from and what you do when you have to fight for it. And the English never really had to fight for their tradition because we spent the last 100 years persecuting everyone else's, you know what I mean? Which is why, you know, the Scottish are so proud of their Highland games and their dancing and their music and their culture, and same with the Irish.
It's amazing, just kind of the way that they look after their traditions and their heritage is just phenomenal. Like,
because
I
they've had
love
to fight
going
for
up
it.
there. Yeah, exactly, because everyone is so like proud of it, and it's lovely. Like, there's so many like musical bursaries and things up there and all sorts, and like some of my friends who come from Orkney, like they're just given instruments at school and kind of like, come on learn it, and it's amazing. There's just not that here.
I was going to say, actually, kind of going into the 21st century, and kind of where do you see folk music's place in kind of the wider musical picture and stuff?
It's coming around, isn't it? I think there is a much bigger kind of surge of young interest coming back into it now, and there's so many kind of young musicians taking it to new places and making it more accessible to, you know, a younger generation, which is great. Like, it's really nice that it's having that sort of resurgence.
Yeah, I mean, the interesting thing is that since the 1950s, what's happened is the commercialization of folk music. And I don't mean that in a tacky sort of branding sense. I mean that people now make a living out of playing folk music. We're an example of that. Before that, folk music was something that you sang in pubs or that you sang in the fields doing, you know, getting the harvest. He once was a ploughboy, but a soldier I am now. And I courted lovely Molly as I followed the plough. And I courted lovely Molly from the age of 16. And now I must leave her to serve James my king. Oh Molly, lovely Molly, despite all your charms, there's many a night you have lain in my arms. And if I shall return again, it will be in the spring, where the mavis and the turtle dove and the nightingale sing.
This is a tune that I wrote for a project called Mills and Chimneys that myself and David are involved with, along with Lucy Ward and a couple of other musicians.
Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, Lucy Ward and a couple of other musicians, sort of Derbyshire based, and it's about kind of Derbyshire's. We were basically challenged to write some new songs based around Derbyshire's personal and industrial heritage, and it was really interesting. We got to kind of go around all of the mills and things, and you know, find out all of the background history to that, and it was very, very interesting. But we all had to write, kind of contribute a song each. And this is my effort, and I started off with a tune that I used to play on the violin, so I kind of had the sort of bass tune going, and I knew how the words should flow, and I added in basically a story of a family who were working in the mills at the time, and kind of what happened to each of them. Old Elsie lived in Cromford Town, she lived beside the pond, and although her house was size enough, her heart was less than fond. The fact her children fought to work for pennies most, spend their days among machinery, or breathing cotton and dust. The youngest was a tiny thing, his limbs were slight and small, and so to dart between the weave was chosen from the wall. Until one day, one hateful day, he slipped upon the floor. Now he hobbles round to bandages, his earnings very poor. Bam, ba-di-da-dum, 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 ba-di-da-dum. This was a likely lass, her skills beyond compare. If you knew well, you see she kept a bobbin in her hair. The sad thing is, the style did great, it always went to waste, when the moral of the overseer were pretty poor in taste. The middle two were twins, they spent their days upon their knees, ducked beneath the moving metal, oh, the boss was hard to please. When the day was done, they stretched their limbs and hurried home from work, with a penny in their pocket. Is this really all they're worth? Bum, ba-di-da-dum, 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 ba-di-da-dum.
it's more just like online campaigning. We use social media a lot. The folk scene has really embraced Twitter, Facebook. They're really keen on that. It's surprisingly, it's something that they've really taken and made it their own. And then it's a standard music marketing kind of strategies. So we have PR campaigns. We have a guy who does our PR for us. We have a booking agent. It's pretty. It's not too tough to get out there.
No, it's all right.
People in the folk scene want to hear new music. They're hungry for it. It's not like you have to shove it down their throats. You know, they will give things a try.
And
much more than
especially
any
if
other
you're
genre.
young, kind of, you're so encouraged. It's really nice because, you know, they want these songs to survive, and that's great because kind of you'll play places and people ask you if you've heard these songs, and sometimes you'll get suggested songs that people think you will sing well, and that's really lovely. That it's just kind of such a sharing platform, isn't it? It's really lovely.
Dear old Uncle Joe, well, we all would like to know why you wear a thing so out of place as a bowler hat for sailing. Says our Uncle Joe, well, you see it softens the blow when the boom swings low over Uncle Joe, and it's also grand for bailing. And it might not be a quite the thing to wear at sea. The pitter and the patter on my bowler hat, I can always tell if it's red.